Game end and outcomes. The only victories that leave no regrets are those over ignorance. Did he really know what he was talking about? I guess he did. But anyway, here you go. The game ends in one of the following ways. Card tax. We know about this one. It's happened many a time. If Napoleon is overthrown as first consul or emperor because glory reaches 0, during that era or because of a defeat in Austria. Has my glory reached 0? I think it has. Oh man, we might have been out of this game. Yeah. Anytime because glory reaches 0 during these eras, if Napoleon is overthrown as first consul, or because of a defeat in Austria, Italy, the game ends immediately. Man, I think we've been down to 0 glory. We've been down to 0 glory before. Game always ends one way or another during the abdication segment. We haven't hit that. One we were looking for now until we read up here is that the game always ends at the conclusion of the final year. So there you go. We'll just play it on through for these last 2 turns. But I do believe my glory has reached 0 a couple times. Yeah, we've been down there. We've been bottomed out. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I haven't, though. I'll have to look and see. Well, we'll give myself a benefit of the doubt because that's pretty low. And I don't know if it's gotten down to 0. It's bottomed out for a couple. I'd probably say yes, it has hit the 0 mark, but who knows? At least on these videos, I don't think it has. So we'll go on. Just as ignorance, just to finish out this game because it's been a long time. But remember, people, during the first council deck or emperor deck, when that glory reaches 0, you're done. So I think I probably have been done. We're going to go on out of ignorance and just keep the game going, which is something I really don't like doing on this channel. I usually like the game integrity, but we have overlooked a couple of rules in this game a couple times, so we'll be right back. All right, first card draw of 1816. Paris Society must roll 1 die with a 2+ modifier if Josephine is my wife. She is not, so she would have helped. When it comes to the parties and social gatherings and Patty. 10. No die roll modifier, 9 or more, 1 political. So there you go. 1 political point equals my administrative at 6 apiece. All right, doesn't say anything about discard out of place, so it'll just be discarded. Down to number 2, and let's carry on. See if we can make it. Central position, campaign modifier. We know about this one. Campaign's still empty. Can we make it on through? Prussia's neutral. We'll have to see what's that. That might be what gets us. Card draw number 3. Crumper system. Treat the first victory and against Prussia as a stalemate. Apply bloody if possible. If applicable. Prussia is a killer. That got us last time. That Crumper system, we know all about that card. Prussia's got a lot of bad cards here. So if we go in a campaign with them and they're heading towards hostile. Ooh, can we sneak one out before? Going down to card draw number 4. So far, negatives, negatives, negatives. Lying like a bulletin. Was placed in campaign modifiers. After campaign resolution, I get 2 glory for victory, minus 2 glory for defeat. That's all right. Campaign modifier tells you right there. Campaign modifier. Oops. There you go. Down to card draw number 5. See if we can get through this quick. Holland annexed. May place in Kingdom of Holland and remove Louis Bonaparte. Ooh. From play. Otherwise, discard. May. So at the start of each domestic politics phase, I spend 1 administrative to get 1 political. Really? May place in Kingdom of Holland and remove Louis. Holland will just annex him. He's out of there. What are you doing with us there, Louis? You're giving us 2 glory per year if Kingdom of Holland. We're out of here. May place. We will not place. Go down here. Yeah. He's giving us glory. This one here we would have had to spend administrative to get 1 political each turn. No thanks. All right, next card draw. Card draw number 6. Lanes to Portugal. If Lanes is in commanders, it may discard him. Did we just use him? Let me find out real quick. Be right back. All right, Lanes is not in commanders, so Where's he at? Let me see. I don't see him right here off the board, right off the bat. I think Davot is the one that's, yeah, he's the one that's wounded, so. Oh, remove this card from play if lands a command, blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, discard, no effect. Discard, no effect. Roll 1 die. Well, I think I'd like to go to command, or to campaign, because there's nothing there. 8. Nope, we needed a 1. So we got to draw more cards. I'm just trying to get through this with my skin. If it is in play, must then remove the card from play. Josephine's expenses, no, we did not marry her and remove this card from play. If is in play, then remove this card from play. So it didn't use it. Goes back here. Roll a die, looking for a low number, 1 or 2. No good. Going on to the next card draw, 8. What does it have in store? Emigre's pardon. May 1 administrative to give me 1 political, 1 to remove this card from play or discard. Now we're fine. We're not pardoning the immigrates. I think that might be the old royals. We'll see. But anyway, we're not going to do that. So discard and roll. Looking for a low roll. Get us out of here. A 1. That'll do it. There is no campaign card here. We will put these here in the discard pile. All right. And we will go on to the diplomatic phase. We'll grab this real quick. We'll roll for Spain. 5. She goes, means she goes down, but this card overrides, or means she stays neutral until, or allied until the Bayonne or Spain rises card. Next is Austria. With an 8, so she's good. She stays put. Prussia. This will be a key roll here. If he goes hostile, we go against him, and he's got some. They've been building up for us. Towards the end, they've been learning their lesson and taking advantage. With a 4. So Prussia goes hostile. That'll be a campaign. Battery power going low. Oops, not good. All right. Let me look over Prussia. Let me see this. Treat your first victory. Nothing for the diplomatic. If Prussia rises and is not combat rounds, I don't think. Oh, Prussia rises is. So that'll take effect when we come to have a campaign against them. If Prussia is conquered, flip it over. Set Prussia to hostile. Move ready. Blah 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 blah. All right, nothing affects their diplomatic role, so Prussia is now hostile. Now for Russia. Ooh, need a high roll. 3, so she goes down to neutral. All right, now we'll go over here and look onto our campaign. Oop. Yeah, here we go. The Emperor deck. Potential campaign tables. Let me look this over, find out. We're probably going to war against Russia, or Prussia, next year. And that'll be our final year. Our final year of the game. Wow. Hopefully we're built up enough. Let me stop this, take a little minute break. Maybe I'll take the dog for a little walk, and we got to charge up our battery. We come back. The conclusion of my 8th or 9th Napoleon game. First time I've made it all the way through the end. So tough game, but hey, it wouldn't be a good game if it was easy. We'll be back. All right, well, the sun has come out. It has been a long time in coming. Wow. Snow, very cold, and lately a lot of rain. Oh, let it dry out a little bit. I don't think we're going to have a white Christmas. I think it's going to be 50s or 60s or 40s or something like that. But we did have some snow earlier, which gave us a little bit of that holiday feel. So we have had a little bit of whiteness on the ground, but of course it won't happen for Christmas. So it was up to me. I want a blizzard on Christmas. I want a foot of snow. I want it like it is on the old days in the old cartoons. So anyway, we're ready to perform the domestic politics phase. Going against Prussia. They're going to be Europe's last gasp against us before we go into the end of the Emperor deck. We could judge our performance, I guess. Oh, domestic politics phase. Here you go. We usually don't spend anything on that. Let me see here. +1 for every 2 political points spent. Do we need political points? We're going to need them maybe for generals, but I think only one of our marshals is deployed based on political points. So we could probably spend some. Let's start off with the die roll modifier at 0. And we'll go here. For each hostile, conquered, or inactive. So we got 2 hostiles, Prussia and England and Britain. Now, I've never conquered Britain. There's a way you can conquer it. I guess it's this whole game's on a combination of cards, and it is endless combinations. So through my nine games, never had anything going against Britain. We have had them pushed back and stalled where these cards here don't go into effect for a turn or two. But other than that, we've never conquered Britain. But there's a way. All right, so we got -2 to start off with. For each bloody result, no. If the continental system is in play, which it is, -3. Oh, for each allied nation, so that's +2, 1, 2, or -1. And now for each political point spent, for every 2, I want at least 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to go up 2. We got it at 6. Oh, down to 2 with our political points. All right, rolling a die. I need a high die roll modifier. And this is just to keep the glory up there. And its final turn. 10, that's 12. 0. We don't have any domestic politics. Do we have something here? Ooh, another -1 on the roll, so that'd be a 9. Ooh, let's see here. Yeah, that's different. That makes a big difference. 10 or more. We forgot to do our -1 on domestic politics roll. Make that a 9 to -2 glory. We didn't get out of it. Giving us 36 from 38. All right, domestic politics done. Cleanup phase. Flip this over. We haven't used this yet. Card draw up here. And that's something you really got to remember. If you get a bad die roll, you can always redo at least one. Oh, let me see. Cleanup phase. Cleanup phase. Okay. I wasn't supposed to do this yet. Cleanup phase involves flipping this over and putting the administrative and diplomacy back to 0. Then you go up here to year setup phase. Here we go. Last turn of the game. And then you put this card draw back here. No other cards to put in a deck. That abdication deck up here only comes into effect if you lose a battle and you have to be forced into abdication. That gives you a certain amount of conditions at the end. But hopefully you want to avoid that deck. I'm pretty sure if all possible. All right, let me go on with this setup, and we'll be right back. And we have to get our card deck taken care of. But right now, we're going to do income. Let me do income, adjust that accordingly. We'll be right back. All right, all set with income. We get 2 glory for Louis, but he is negated by Nelson's -2. But Jerome gives us 1 glory, so we come out with a net gain of 1 glory on that one. I get my 4 administrative plus 2 equals 6. So we're all good to go. We get 1 political for France reorganized. And that is the way it will look. We'll go down here to the card deck phase. No cards to be added. But all these cards here will be involved in reshuffling. And no campaign modifier. So we'll be ready for our last battle and conclusion of this game. Be right back after we reshuffle our card draw deck. Be right back. All right, ready to. Let me see here. Cut the card deck. Yeah, one looks pretty good. Now we are set for our last turn. Will we survive? I'd say the odds are against it. Like old Napoleon said, is he lucky? I am not lucky. So there you go. We're all set. Everything's ready to go. We'll move this down to the card action phase. And here we go. We got a campaign against Prussia coming up. Prussia's pretty well stacked. It's got Blucher. It's got the Crumper system's been established. And Russia rises, which lets us use Blucher against the French. All right, first card, draw. Holland annexed. All right, we did this again. May plays kingdom, but we remove from play other. This is the last turn, though, to get 1 political. Yeah, I think we're fine. We got enough politics for the end turn, so we'll just go ahead and discard this card. Down to 2. We've seen that card within the last few turns. Arrest the Pope. It's the end of the game, so there you go. May is the key thing here. -1 to diplomatic and 5 glory. Then discard Papal Concordiate from current treaties if there is there. Yeah, I'm going to do this one. Well, 1 diplomatic, 5 glory. Yeah, -1 diplomatic. Diplomatic's at 0. We never have had any of that. -1 political. Hold down there, and we get 5 glory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Alright, move this card from play and get rid of Papal Concordiate. There you go. Concordant. Concordiate. I make up words. There you go. Alright. Remove all these from play. We're down to card draw number 3. What does it hold for a series? Oh, you know what? 1815. Did we take out the 1815 cards? Oh, we did. It mostly dealt with Josephine. Is he lucky? Campaign modifiers. We'll like that one. There you go. I think that is good. Well, hold on a second. The start of this campaign, after assigning commanders, we'll roll the dice. All right, that has to do with our commanders. We'll see what happens with that one. Card draw number 4. On my last turn, central position. We like this card to give us a plus good modifier back in modifiers. Huh. I thought I shuffled this deck pretty good. All right, down to 5. Another campaign modifier? Oh my god. Well, you know, I shuffled the heck out of this deck. And I got a system too, but we'll put it in there. Ooh, enemy attack. Let's get out of here while we can. Down here 6. Now we'll start rolling. Paris Society. If Josephine de Berhannes is in play, she is not. Rolling a die. This could be the game. A 1 and we're done. 4. Okay, I got a scratchy throat. I'm gonna take a drink of water, take a cough break. Next time we come back, card draw for turn 7. Be right back. Alright, continuing. Card draw number 7. Napoleon takes an eye. Oh. Is this where he shot somebody's eye out? Guys, shoots everybody's eyes out. -5G. Turn Messina face down and play. Otherwise, turn around and face down. Ooh, Messina, I think you were already taken out. Let's see here. Oh, there he is. Take him down. Okay, well, Napoleon takes out an eye. I thought it was Ney. I guess it was Messina. Well, there you go. Man, bad mojo. Then remove this card from play. So there you go. We -5 glory with that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 37. Rolling the dice for our last campaign. 8, nowhere near. So we're going here to card draw number 8. As this is a die roll, Beethoven must -5. Oh, bad way to end this game. Oh man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 32. Me glory be draining like a sieve. All right, hold on a second. Next, 1 to 3. We need a 1 to 3. We need to get out of here. 10. It says no way. Keep on drawing cards. Card draw number 9. Emigre's pardon minus either 1 administrative to either and 1 artifact discard or play. Otherwise, discard with no effect. I'm going to do that. I don't need no diplomatic or political. I need all my administrative for my generals in an upcoming campaign. Otherwise, discard. It is discarded. We ain't going to need it because this will be the last turn. Roll a die again. Low number gets us to a campaign. Can't even see that 9. That's the game saying no way. Keep going. Card draw number 10. Armistice. If combat round results in a stalemate, either to my or one random neutral becomes how to change your current campaign. Whoa. Whoa. Placing campaign modifiers. This don't look good. If the campaign result is in a stalemate, okay, if it's a stalemate, this comes into effect, so it's a modifier. We need to get out of here before we get any more of these fucked up cards. Let's see here. Is it going to kill us? 4. We might be able to, yep, 1 to 5. Campaign time. There you go. We'll get all this set up. And we move the campaign right here. Campaign. Personal kill. There's war. Alright, let me get everything set up for this one, and then we'll be able to check this game out. I'm curious to see how it ends. We'll be right back. Alright, we got the campaign card down here. All of our modifiers and strategy and tactic cards, so will require us to spend some administrative points. I like this one. Only 1 administrative point to give us 2 die roll modifier and 1 combat round. Alright, so we'll put that in strategy and tactics, and we'll minus us 1 admin. We ain't not doing too bad in here, administrative. For a grand battery, we also lose 1 administrative for 1 plus die roll modifier and 1 combat round. So go down to 4. And we'll add the grand battery card. Alright. And this one is free. There you go. Now we have to get our generals here. Let me see which ones we want and who we can afford. We'll be right back. Alright, here's what we would have with generals. These are the only ones we can afford. We're down to 0 administrative, and none of the other ones will take any. Won't take a glory card or a political card. They only want that master card of administrative. But anyway, Vermont. He'll have 1 in any 1 combat round. Juno, 1 in any 1 combat round. He cost me administrative. He cost a political point, so we have our political points are down. Well, everything's really down. So there you go, in any 1 combat round. Now these here, we're going to use these and then get rid of them because it's the last combat. We paid 1 administrative. We're going to use +3 in the 2nd combat round. So if the combats go sour, and I forgot how to pronounce it. I've been calling them Desai or something like that. I forgot how it is in French. Desai or something like that. Desai maybe. All right, we're out. +2 die roll modifier in any 1 combat round after the first, so he's some more insurance. This boy here will take 2 die roll modifiers in any 1 combat round after the first, and remove this card from play. So these guys are all insurance. This is what I've got for the first combat round. So used commanders will be here. These guys are all in case it goes south. Let's add up all of our die roll modifiers as follows. Number 1, Blucher. If Prussia rises is in Prussia, which it is. -2 in all combat rounds in a campaign involving Prussia. There you go, -2. That hurts. Alright. Treat the first victory in campaigns against Prussia as a stalemate, so that kills. Alright, and that's, you don't get anything for this, just enables the Blucher card. Alright, here you go. So, we got -2 to start off with. On the actual card, +1 die roll modifier in the first combat round, +1 in all combat rounds if Austria is allied, which it is. And +1 die roll modifier combat rounds if Russia is allied, which is not, but we will get +1. All right, and we'll get +1 in the first combat round. So there you go. We're back up to -1. +1 in all combat rounds if Austria is allied. It is, so we're up to 0. There you go. That'll take care of the modifiers from the Prussia space and the actual card. Now, is he lucky? At the start of the campaign, after assigning commanders, roll a die. Assigned commanders are right here. Oh, but hold on. These are all assigned commanders. So maybe better roll for all of them, I'm guessing. Ouch. Okay, we'll keep them here so we got them straight still. Roll a die. 1 die in the first combat round. That commander is used. Wow. Okay, this is gonna be thorough. All right, first I got O. We need a. I think we're looking for a high roll. He gets a 9. +1 die roll modifier in 1 combat round where commander is used. Is that plus and +1 die roll in any 1 combat round where the commander is used? I'll die. Does he get 2 now? Huh. Alright, well, he gets 1 for his card. +1 there. Alright. We'll just skip that. We'll go to this one. We'll say this one overtakes it. So they'll get where the commander is used +1. That's a +1 here. The next one. Juno. 6. In any 1 combat round where the commander is used. That's another +1 in our first combat round. We want that. Alright, now, last one, Vermont. Looking for a high roll for him. 5. Ooh, in the first round, that's good. That'll be fine. In the first combat round, the commander is used. Alright, so that'll get us up to +3. And I think that's all we got, because these are all second rounders. 1 combat round after the first. Plus any 1 combat round after the first. +1 in any one combat round. Or ooh, I think we'll use him. We're using Deseix or whatever his name is right now. We could use him +3 in the second combat round. Remove from play. No, we'll keep him there because we got to treat that first victory as a stalemate. So all these guys will stay here. So we're rolling with a +2, needing a high roll for a first round of combat. Oh my God! Oh shoot! This is the way this game ends, with a 1. I'm gonna keep this here for a while because I want this to be my my template or my what do you call it, illustration for this video. All right, so +2 is a 3. Oh, we're gonna God, Napoleon's luck. See you later. We're re-rolling that one. All right, we used his luck. +2, looking for a high roll. 9. Yes. Yes. Napoleon's luck saves the day. 9, 10, 11. All right. 11 on the campaign table is a victory. Yes. That did it for us. All right. The game. All right. Let's hold on. See what goes on here. Treat the first victory in campaign against Prussia as a stalemate. Apply bloody if necessary. So it's a stalemate. All right. So ain't no big deal. I mean, it's a stalemate. 5 or 6, so that means -1 next combat die roll. -2 glory. So -2 glory. 1, 2. Hurts. All right, we're going back here. We -1 die roll for next combat because of this. All right. Let's go back over to here. -2 in all combat rounds in a campaign involving Prussia. Otherwise, in all combat, hold on. If Prussia rises, it is in Prussia. Yeah, it is. -2. So minus another 2, we're down to -3. This one here just enables that one. There you go. All right. We'll come down to this card. +1 in the first. +1 in all combat rounds of Austria is allied. Yes, it is. So we get a +1 back on the card. Start after assigning commanders. Roll. All right. First combat round. This is done. -1 in the first. It's done. Armistice. The combat round results in a stalemate either. Here you go. We should have did this one first, but we're not too late. We haven't done anything yet. If combat rounds result in a stalemate, either 1 of 2 minus or random. Oh, so remove this card from play. Ouch, it's not good. 1 random neutral country becomes hostile. That would be Russia. And change current campaign card to match the updated diplomatic standings. If there is no neutral countries, option 1 must be chosen. Wow. Either -10. Oh. Do we want to get out of this alive? I'm glad we saved these cards. This is big decision time. My glory sucks, but I want to get out of it alive. I don't want to fight Russia. So we're going to take the first option. -1 administrative. We don't have any administrative, so I wonder if we could still do that. But we're going to do it anyway. And -10 glory gives me down to 18 from 28. All right. Then remove this card from play. Fuck. All right. Is that all we do? Or, okay, that's all we do. A combat, right? It was stalemate. All right, that just hurts up here. What's that card? All right. At the start of campaign. First combat. +1 in the first combat round. This is the second combat round. That don't come into effect. First combat round, that will come into effect. This has to do with commanders. +1 in first combat round. Nope. Ain't got no more administrative. We did that. We already added this one. In 1 combat round, stalemate is treated as defeat. Wow. So hold on a second here. Stalemate is treated as defeat. So what do we do with the defeat? Play Le Paris and danger. Oh, let me look this all over. This could be it. This could be bad. We'll be right back. My bad, it wasn't a stalemate. At first it was until we rolled with his luck and we had a total victory. So luckily there was no stalemate, so we're good on that one. Oh, Grand Battery. And 1 combat round. So these are all used up. These are all done. Now I got to go with these. Ooh. +3 die roll modifier in a second combat round, then removed from play. So the Essex, we're going to do that. +3 die roll modifier in a second combat round. So we're still alive. Taking him out of play. 1, 2, 3, +1. All right. +2 in any one combat round after the first. So +2, then remove this card from play. So McDonald, you're done too. That gives us a +2. 1, 2. All right. Oh, +2 in any one combat after the first. So we buried that up to 4. But this card here, is he lucky? Huh. We got to go back and do this all over. Marat. With a 4. +1 in the first combat round. That commander is used. Oh, -1. First combat. Ow. So -1. Next is the 2 we just left. 8. +1 in any combat round where the commander is used. So let's use it. We'll use this card this way. +1 is a 4. And the other commander we left is an 8. +1. We'll bury it up to 4. All right. So these 2 guys here, him, McDonald, and Deasix are. Ooh. Decelli? Do this. I'm guessing you treat this in it above and over and above all this here. So we might have did that wrong the first time, but there you go. +4. Oh. -1 die roll modifier in the first. +1 in addition. I'm guessing it's addition. We didn't do that the last time though. So let me see. -1, then +1, +1. Okay, -1. And we'll go with it the way we did the first time, although I think it's over and above, but it'll be a +1, +1. We're still at 4. All right, there you go. +4. Ooh, no more luck. Last one, because we had to treat the first victory as a stalemate because of the cards. But now we're down to it. No more the whole game on this die roll. Need a high roll with a 4. That is not what we needed. Ooh, campaign. Bloody stalemate. Alright, what do we do here on the next combat? So we keep on going with a -1. Ouch. We don't have any more commanders. That's it. Alright, let's see how we do this. In all combat rounds involving Prussia, that's not looking good. -2 is a -3. First victory campaign against Prussia as a stalemate. We're done with that one. Ooh, +1 in the first combat round, +1 because we have an ally, so we're at -2. Is he lucky? No more guys. The +1 in the first, so this is it. -2. Need a high die roll. This is the game. It ain't looking good. 2-0. All right, that's how my game ends here, people. Campaign combat, 1 or less bloody defeat. When you get a defeat, you got to play the Petite Danger card. Let me get this card. It's the one where Napoleon don't look too happy, so I don't even have to look at any of this yet. There you go. There he is. Now we have to go against everybody, and it ain't looking good because we have no more administrative, no more points to get any more generals. It could be an abdication. All right, so the first thing we do with this one is play the Petite Danger. We'll put that one in here. Must achieve 1 victory for every hostile country other than Britain. That's Prussia, so that's good. +1. Victory set Prussia, so we're going against Prussia. Everybody's done here. We got to roll for these guys anyway. If the game was continuing, you'd roll it for each general, and if he had a 1 or 2, he's out of the game. But it's the last turn anyway. All these are all these done now? No, I guess it's a new strategy and tactics and everything here. So we're going against Prussia. Wow. And we still got these to deal with. Let me take a quick break and then we'll take care of our last. The country's in danger, and it sure is. Oof. Had some tough luck. I'm surprised we lasted as long as we did, but it looks like it's going to come all crashing down. And our, what was it, our empire or whatever, it was built on sand. We'll be back. All right, then, before we continue with our last campaign of the game, I believe we have to roll for the generals that were in our last campaign. So let's go ahead and roll for Marat. Anything but a 2. He's good. Oh, Marmont. It really don't matter, I guess. 7. Because, like I said, it's the last turn. We'll just go through the procedures. 3. Juno and Arego. 3. Agaro, I guess. But anyway, all right, they all made it through. Now, what we have to do is we have to go straight to this card that means that the country's in danger. And it says you must achieve 1 victory for every hostile country other than Britain. Well, the only hostile country we have is Prussia, so we have to go against Prussia again. But Prussia has all these cards here. The Kemper system. Treat the first victory again campaign against Prussia as a stalemate. This one kills you. Because we had a victory last time. We had to treat it as a stalemate. It went downhill all from there. So, die roll modifier is at 0. We won't be able to afford any generals. The only ones we can afford are the ones that cost glory and political. I don't know if there's any in the deck here still. So, we will start off with, a +1 die modifier with the card in the first combat round. All right, so we get a +1. Now we'll go here to the cards. And for this one here, if Prussia rises, which it is, -2 in all combat rounds. So 1, 2, we're at a -1. And this one here just lets us play Blucher. All right, and the Krumper system means our first victory isn't a victory. All right, that is Prussia. Now, let's go over here. Campaign modifiers. These are the ones that are free. We get a +1 because I'll be in a central position during the battle. So we're up to 0. In the first combat round. So we'll flip this one over. This one's done. -1 die roll modifier for enemy attack. So I'll have a counterattack. And we're down to -1 again in the first combat round. Flip that one over. And this has to do with the generals. Is he lucky card? So we'll hold off on that one. This one here is the only card that doesn't cost administrative. We had a bunch of other cards here, but they cost 1 administrative, and we're down to 0 at the end of the game. But we get +1 die roll modifier in the first round of each combat. It's a maneuver sur les derrières or whatever. I don't know if he makes a rear part of the attack, kind of gets around the back of him or something. I don't know. I can look it up, but we're not looking it up yet. So that's a +1, I believe. +1 in the first round of combat. Turn it over because that'll be done. Here we are. Now, let me look to these generals. There's a few of them that we can't use because they got wounded in the last battle. But if there's any here we could use with glory or political, we'll use them. Otherwise, that's it. We'll be right back. All right, as far as commanders can go, these are the only 2. He costs 1 political to use in any one combat round, so our political points going down to 0. And Marat is a 2 glory, +2 in any one combat round after the first. So he's insurance for a second, but he costs 2 glory from 18 to 16. All right, here you go. And the only one we're getting is the first one. That's this one here in this round of combat. That's a +1 in any one round of combat. So we're looking at a +1. And this is how the game ends. And this is how you get defeated. So we got to have another victory because of the Krumper system. So we need a high die roll. Anything lower than that, this is how it all comes crashing down probably. Unless we get a high roll. It's an 8. +1 is a 9. So 9 or more is a victory. But Krumper system, treat the first victory in campaign against Prussia as stalemate. So stalemate is a 5. So a stalemate, we get a -1 on this next round. So we had a victory, but Krumper system killed us. All right, let's see this. Let's go through this again. Blucher, -2 in all combat rounds of a campaign. So not a -2, we're at -3. Over here, +1 in the first round of combat doesn't affect us. Ooh, I should have did this one though. I forgot. Let's see here. At 8. Well, it would have been a first combat round. let's go with oregano. Maybe we should do this all over. Let me see if I can correct that. At the start of the campaign, after assigning commanders, roll dice. 1 to 5. First round, commander is used. All right, let's see if oregano. 3. Okay, he was fine. He used. That was fine. All right. Now Marat. Or commander is used. He's got a specific where he can only be used in this round here. So we'll put him over here. We get us a +2 in any one combat round after the first. So 1, 2, or -1. Is he lucky at the start of this campaign after assigning commanders roll or die? In the first round account, we needed a 6+. 6+ on this one for that card. 8. +1 in any one combat round where commander is used. So we get another +1 out of a 0. Wow. All right, that's it for die roll modifiers. we need another higher die roll to win this game, or just to stay put. Last die roll gotta be high. No modifiers. 7. And that comes out to a bloody victory. We'll take that. Victory set Prussia and Austria to neutral, defeat, abdication. Yeah, victory. We'll take a victory. All right, I'm pretty sure that's good to go. Bloody, who cares? That just, what you do on the bloody victories, you put this result on your domestic politics table, and that just represents the public's discontent or anger at all the losses you had in the battle. Unlike Russia today, how Putin's still around with all those. Obviously, the bloody result don't add a minus modifier in Russian politics, but here, when you have a bloody result, a lot of troops get killed. It hurts you on your domestic politics table, which all makes sense. He's got it all in there, but that's a victory. So set Prussia and Austria to neutral. Prussia and Austria neutral. Let me see. Set Prussia and Austria to neutral. Defeat. Huh. All right, it says victory. Set Prussia and Austria to neutral. All right. Well, Austria goes back to neutral from Allied. But it has no effect because we're done with the game here. Campaign resolution phase. Diplomatic phase. Let me straighten all this out. Get all my house cleaning done. And we'll move on with the game and complete it. Whew, we survived. That's always good. Oh, okay. We'll be right back. All right. Rolling for our generals. Marat with a 3. So he is unharmed. Arego. I know it's pronounced. Oh, he gets nailed. So he gets flipped over. There you go. And then these guys here would end up coming back. So we'd have one commander down if the game went on, but the game's over. We're just going through the procedures. That is it for the campaign. Diplomatic phase, we will roll for Spain. Spain never did. Spain was allied with us through the whole game. 5. So she goes neutral, but this card comes into effect unless another card. We never did get Bayonne or Spain rises. They're still in the deck. They never came up. So Spain stays that way. Austria is an 8, so they stay neutral. They were allied, but with our war with Prussia. Prussia now is 9, so she wants nothing to do with getting hostile again. And last but not least, Russia with a 6. 6 or more, no effect on the diplomacy table. So that's the way the game will end. Spain being our ally all through was pretty much what helped. We never did have to go in there and do that Spanish ulcer, or the menagerie that was his Spanish expedition. And these boys here all went neutral thanks to victories on the battlefield. All right, that is the diplomatic phase. Not anything you do now is figure out what the campaign's going to be. But with everybody neutral or allied, we've already been through this. And you'll see here on this table, if I can find it real quick for us. And it, of course, it's not going to be that way. There you go. Austria, allied, neutral. Prussia, neutral. Spain, allied. Russia, neutral. So Austria, Prussia, and Russia all allied, neutral. Spain, allied. No emperor. That campaign must be selected. So we won't be doing any campaigning if we had another turn. We're just going through the procedures till the last turn, I believe. It'll be domestic politics time. Let's see how we end up. We're on a domestic politics table. We're not going to give them any. Well, we ain't got nothing to give anyway. You can get a die roll modifier if you spend your diplomatic points, but diplomatic points were, I don't think I ever had more than 5 through my whole 8 games. So that's how that works out. Is it 2? Ooh, that's not good. So domestic politics, bloody result. For each hostile or conquered nation, hostile would be Britain. That'd be a 1. For each bloody result, that'd be a 0. We have 1 continental systems in play. That's a -1. For each allied nation, 0. For every 2 points. So it's a 0 or less. -10 glory. Ouch! That's a bad way to end the game. 16 -10. And here is my general records track. Not good. We'll see, but we did last. And we made it to the last turn. All right, that's the domestic politics phase, cleanup phase. Let me see here real quick. Be right back. All right, all we'll do here is flip the luck marker on over, but like I said, it is the end of the game. Oh, so after the cleanup phase, reset cards and marker segment, end game check. If you reach the end of the year, end of year 25, 1870, proceed to game end and outcomes. So here you go, game end and outcomes. All right. The game always on one or during the game always ends at conclusion of the final year. Okay, let me see. Outcomes. Ooh, Prisoner St. Helena. Let me check this out real quick. We'll be right back. All right, well, here we are on the outcomes. And the condition will be, you could have Napoleon dies, reaching the rank of general. That's not us. Napoleon dies as a general. No. Game ends with Napoleon as first consul. No. Overthrown during emperor deck. No. Napoleon dies in exile. No. Natural Frontiers card ends the game. I never did see that card. No. The Peace of Europe 209 card ends the game. No, we didn't get that one either. Game ends with Napoleon on the throne and with a legitimate heir. Legitimate son. So that equals founder of a dynasty, 1328. 1328 is if Napoleon dies on the throne with a legitimate heir without heir, whether as emperor of the French or emperor of Europe, he founds a dynasty and rules France for decades to come. If the dynasty follows natural frontiers, which it's not, it must still survive or coming under great bad man, the Russian Bismarck. Well, I have no idea. So, read that one again. The dynasty follows natural frontiers. It does not, so we don't need that. But there you go. We have pretty much, I guess, won this game. There you go. We have a win on our 8th try of I, Napoleon. We will be off to the the game in store. Although, as my wife pointed out, I might have some mini market gift cards coming for Christmas, so I need to kind of wait. I guess I could. We'll see. I'm chomping at the bit, but I think I'm going to put this one up. This has been about 8 games of this, and hey, we'll end it on a victory. Great game, real quick game. You can get into this. I can get these cards ready in 5-10 minutes and have it down ready for another game. And I do have time for some more, maybe a nice marathon game off camera. And I'm kind of getting into this. Who knows what's going on? But yeah, it might be a while. It'll be a while till I post another video when I get another game. Although we do have Cactus Air Force and Battle of Britain on the mini folio games from Decision Games. So we might get into that. But other than that, hey, going off with a victory on I, Napoleon. And we'll be back.